Welcome to this new how-to. In this how-to we will configure the flight plan in our airplane, which is in this case the Pipistrel airplane, the Pipistrel Virus airplane to be exactly. The airplane is currently parked at the Grand Canaria Airport. As you can see, some people walking around it. We just landed here. And we're gonna plan a new flight from Gran Canaria to Tenerife. So let's go into our airplane and let's configure the flight plan. As you can see, the airplane has two screens, one on the left side, one on the right side. But first we need to switch on the electronics to make sure that we can configure the flight plan. To do that, you need to go to the bottom and you can see two buttons here, Master and Avionics. So press this one and then switch on the avionics, because else you will have a beep continuously going off, and that's not what we want. Now we did that, we can configure our flight plan. As you can see, it's a little bit shiny or sunny in Gran Canaria, because there's a little bit of sunshine here, which is great because the sun is always good for you. So there are two options. You can use either the left screen, which has the FPL button, or you can use the right screen to use the FPL button. By default, the left screen displays the compass here, and I would say the altimeter, speed, etc. Unless, of course, you switch off the second display. If you switch on both displays, the right display will show you the map where you are, in this case Gran Canaria Airport. So let's go ahead and configure our flight plan. So we hit FPL and then we get this nice menu, and then we're going to use this button to activate the cursor. As you can see, it now starts blinking, so that's okay. So let's first program the airport, or the AICO code of the airport which we're currently in, right? So let's open the VFR map. Always easy to use, right? You can also use an external flight planner to figure out what your route will be and then configure it manually in a flight simulator. The first waypoint, or the first waypoint, or is the airport itself, which is Golf Charlie Limapopper. So we're gonna turn it up, and then we're gonna simply search for the letter G from Golf. And if you're used to a Cessna, then you're probably know that this button has three options, right? It has the press option, then it has the front knob, and the bigger button close to the dashboard. In this case, this airport or this aircraft doesn't have that option. So what you need to do is you need to press the button right, so you can see it a little bit like a joystick, where you are also, which you're probably using to control your aircraft. So next one is the letter C, then another arrow to the right, and then the last one. Oh, there it was already. Letter P, so Gran Canaria Airport. You can see the small icon here. Location, the bearing, the distance. Distance is of course 0 because we're already at the airport. And then we hit the enter key. So now we did that, we need to add an additional waypoint, right? So plan is that we fly a little bit south, and due to that we're gonna configure the Limapopper Charlie waypoint. So again, no, not this arrow, this one. So you can see that you can also navigate from and through the previous waypoint if you want, using the left and right buttons. So we're gonna search for L, then the B, and then the letter C from Charlie. There it is, and we hit enter. As you can see, there's already a line between our airport and our next waypoint. So let's find another waypoint which we're gonna use. Well, let's use the Golf Charlie Lima Bravo. That's another small airport at Gran Canaria. So we're gonna search again. G, letter C from Charlie, Lima, and his last name it was B, so it's El Burial. It's also an airport, as you can see. Distance is 11 miles from us. So we press enter, and the next line is being drawn here. So we zoom out a bit, and then we're gonna find out if there's another waypoint which we can use. Sometimes you need to zoom in a little bit further to find a waypoint. Let me see, where was the GCLP? Was there. Let's see if we can find another one. It looks like there's no other waypoint here. It are all intersections. And as you probably know when you already looked at some previous how-tos, you know that you can't add a waypoint or an intersection, sorry. So we can try it. So I can show you that in most cases you won't find them. So in this case it recognized it, so that's interesting, right? So it looks like this is also a valid waypoint, so let's enter it here. In this case it finds two entries, Grand Canaria and another country. To be honest, I don't know which country this is from the top of my head, so let's select the Grand Canaria one and it will add the line. Next waypoint we're gonna try to add is Conda, right? So let's give it a try. Again, sometimes what you will see is that you can't add all the intersections. Still trying to figure out myself also why you can find some of them and can't find some others. Must be a valid reason for that. Come on. So, Conda. Delta Conda. See, it already knows it, so we hit enter again, Gran Canaria, which is fine, and then we're gonna search for a new one. And I think most of the commonalities is that waypoints or intersections like this, you won't find them in the navigation system. So challenge for me is to find out, okay, can I find a reason for that? Is there a specific reason why we can't find these waypoints? If you know the answer, leave a comment so that I don't have to spend time researching it. If you don't know the answer, no problem. Keep an eye on my videos because I will come up with a video where I will explain the difference once I found the difference, of course. So here's the Tenerife Airport, or the Tenerife itself, as you can see. Whoa. So we're now fully focused on Gran Canaria, and we're now going to find some waypoints here. So we're gonna land on the south part of Tenerife. So we're gonna use this this waypoint, Tango Foxtrot Sierra. I'm gonna use the buttons again. Tango Foxtrot Sierra. And then hit enter again, and the last waypoint we're gonna add is the airport itself, which is Golf Charlie Tango Sierra. So let's hit the button again. Charlie Tango, whoa, it was already there. Tango Sierra, and you see it, we don't need to put in the last letter because there's only one waypoint, as it looks like, or one identification point with the letter T. it's Reina Sofia, Tenerife South. So we click enter and we push the knob here, and this is our flight. So we're leaving from Grand Canaria Airport, then first flying to the south, and then following the coastline. Let me zoom out a bit. Then we're gonna go to open sea and make a straight line to Tenerife, and then land on the Sofia Airport in the southern part of Tenerife. So here ends this how-to. If you like this video, then don't forget to like the video, because that really helps me. If you see, or if you like to see more of these kind of videos, I should say, then consider to subscribe to my channel. Also, if you like to see other videos, subscribe to my channel, because I'm not only posting how-tos, but also sightseeing and also the landing challenges. If you got some ideas or some topics where you are interested in and you want me to create a how-to of, then also leave a comment, because then I will have a look at it and will select, I would say, the most interesting topics and then create videos for you guys. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.